All right, listen up. We need to talk about a plant you think you know. You see it everywhere, right? Your neighbor's yard, tiki bars. But its real story? That's practically classified information. This isn't just some decorative grass. It's a biological masterpiece, a survival tool hiding in plain sight.
I want you to really let that sink in for a second. That ornamental stuff you use for a privacy screen, it has a secret. It's a survivor, it's an architect, and it's a powerhouse. See, you've been told to get rid of it, to fear it, but nobody ever told you why it's so incredibly powerful.
No, that is not a typo. Some species of this stuff can shoot up 3 feet in a single 24-hour period. You can practically pull up a chair and watch it happen. This isn't normal growth. It's an absolute explosion of life, a biological sprint straight for the sky.
And get this, while it's growing at that impossible speed, it's also acting like an atmospheric superfilter. It pumps out 1/3 more oxygen than the same size stand of trees. So it doesn't just build your shelter, it literally purifies the air you're breathing.
So where did this reputation for being basically invincible come from? Well, it's not just some tall tale. It's a legend that was forged in the most hostile environment humanity has ever created. This is the legend of the atomic grass.
After the bomb fell on Hiroshima, after the entire landscape was turned into a scorched, sterile, radioactive wasteland, one thing came back first: bamboo. It sent up new shoots right from the irradiated soil. It's proof that nature always finds a way, and bamboo is its ultimate comeback kid.
So how on earth did it survive? The secret isn't what you see above ground. It's the command center hidden below, the rhizome root system. It's not just roots. It's an underground fortress, a massive, preloaded battery pack. While the world above was literally being vaporized, this network was just sitting there, holding its energy, waiting for the signal to rebuild. That's the source of its power.
And that incredible resilience leads directly to incredible utility. It's not just about surviving, it's about what it becomes. We're talking about growing your own personal hardware store right in your backyard. Yeah, 2 months. You can go from bare dirt to a 60-foot grove of timber ready to build with. It happens because of this kind of biological glitch where the plant just telescopes upward, pushing all of its energy into getting tall before it gets wide. It is, without a doubt, the highest yielding tool crop on the planet. Just pause and think about that. We're so used to supply chains and trips to the hardware store. But what if your building materials were a self-replicating crop growing just outside your door? Would that change how you think about building? About everything.
But here's the catch, and it's a big one. A power this raw, this untamed, it comes with a price. It must be respected. Because the same system that lets it survive an atomic bomb can also destroy your driveway without breaking a sweat.
This is the crucial part. Running bamboo doesn't have normal roots, it has runners. And these things are like biological battering rams. They tunnel sideways underground with enough hydraulic pressure to crack solid asphalt, to shatter concrete, to tear right through a house's foundation. This isn't a plant, it's a siege engine. Let me be perfectly clear. If you don't contain it, it will see your property as just another obstacle to conquer. It is a biological tank, moving silently underground, planning its next move until a crack appears in your patio. If you don't have a plan, you're not planting a garden, you are inviting an invasion. Which brings us to this huge paradox. How can a plant that's revered in the East for its strength and resilience be treated like a public menace, a common weed, in the West? This is what I call the Great Western Misunderstanding. Let's just put it side by side. On one hand, you have a plant that can build your house and clean your air. On the other, you have a green rug. The average American lawn sucks up 50,000 gallons of water a year and gives you absolutely nothing back except a weekend chore. It's a medieval status symbol that showed you were rich enough to waste land. We literally traded a utility plant for a chore. Okay, so what if you could have all that power without the destruction? Well, you can. It just takes knowledge. It takes control. This is the classified part I was talking about. This is how you tame the beast and turn it into your single greatest asset. It's a dead simple 3-step workflow. First, you dig a trench. About 2 feet deep is good. Second, you install the shield, a special high-density plastic barrier that the roots just can't get through. And finally, the harvest. You only cut the stalks, or culms, that are 3 to 5 years old. That's the magic window. That's when all the soft starches inside have hardened into rock-solid cellulose, giving you timber that has the tensile strength of steel. So let's just step back and look at how absurd this whole situation is. We have a grass that is a construction factory, an oxygen machine, and the ultimate symbol of survival.
A plant that literally rose from the ashes of nuclear fire, and we're terrified of it because it grows too well. We've basically been taught to be afraid of self-sufficiency.
A plant that survived Hiroshima is now something people get fined for having in their yard.